morning students. The last video I had given you some examples of continuous function. Okay. Today we will discuss about continuity at a given interval. The interval may be open or it may be closed. So this continuity of a function. In an interval. You can write if a function f is continuous okay, the function f is continuous at every point open interval AB, then it is said to be continuous on AB. Okay, so this is the continuity in an open interval. Then f is said to be continuous on the closed interval okay, if it is continuous in the open interval AB, comma, write continuous at A and left continuous at B. Okay, that means a function is continuous in open interval AB if it is continuous at each and every point of the open interval. And it is said to be continuous on a closed interval AB if first of all it must be continuous in open interval, it must be right continuous at left end point A, mean A plus limit f of x tends to A plus xg, and that will be equal to f of A, and it must be left continuous at the right end point B, means x tends to B minus, then only we say that it is. So if we will combine these two, okay, if we combine these two conditions, the open interval and closed interval, then what conclusion can we say? That is, you can write a function f is said to be continuous if it is continuous at every point of its domain. At every point of its domain. So this is the meaning of this. So first we will find the domain of the function, and if it is continuous at each and every point of the domain, then we say that the function is continuous. For example, suppose f of x, suppose you take f of x equal to x square. Okay. Now here, what is domain of f? Domain of f is set of real numbers R. Okay. So now here take let C is any real number. So limit of f of x tends to C. Here and you write let C belongs to domain of f. So this is limit x tends to C. It will be x square. So it is C square, and which is same as f of C also C square. So limit and value are same. So this implies that f is continuous at every real number. Now let us discuss about some standard continuous function. There are some functions. Now just we have discussed that a function is continuous if it is continuous at each and every point of its domain. So here there are some standard functions which are always continuous in their respective domain. So these functions are here you can write the the following functions are always continuous in their respective domains. And what are those functions? They are as follows. First is your identity function. That is which is in the form of f of x equal to x. Okay. Then basic trigonometric function. That is sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, sec x and cosec x. Then inverse trigonometric function, sin inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cot inverse x, sec inverse x and cosec inverse x. Then exponential functions. It is f of x equal to e to the power x or f of x equal to a to the power x, f of x equal to e to the power x or f of x equal to a to the power x, where what a is greater than 0, a is not equal to 1. Then logarithmic function. F of x equal to log x, a is greater than 0, a is not equal to 1. Okay. Then other is polynomial rational function. Polynomial function means f of x, it is a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus an x to the power n. Okay. Then rational function, which is in the form of f of x equal to g of x by h of x, so that h of x should not be equal to 0. Okay. Then absolute value function. F of x equal to modulus of x. These are the functions which are always continuous in the respective law. That means all identity, trigonometric, inverse trigonometric, exponential, logarithmic, polynomial, rational and absolute value function. So these are always continuous in the respective domain. Clear? Then here you can write note absolute, sorry, the greatest integer function. Okay. That is f of x equal to bracket at x is continuous only in the domains R minus I, means set of our real number minus set of integers. Clear? Then you can write algebra of continuity. Algebra of continuous functions. Here you can write let f and g are two continuous functions. F and g are two at x equal to a, then first one is alpha into f is continuous at x equal to a for all alpha belongs to R, means the scalar multiple of the function is also continuous. Then f plus or minus g is also continuous at x equal to a. Then product f into g is also continuous at x equal to a, and f by g is also continuous at x equal to a, provided that the g of a should not be equal to 0. So this is the algebra for means if two functions are continuous, then the sum of two continuous function is continuous, difference of two continuous function is continuous, product of two continuous function is continuous, and the division or quotient of two continuous function is again continuous, provided the denominator should not be equal to 0. Then you can take the continuity of composite function. Composite function लिखा है if f is continuous, okay, or लिखा है if f and g are two continuous functions, then their composite function are also continuous. That means composite of two continuous functions are continuous. So this is all about your continuity in an interval, the algebra of continuity and continuity of composite function. Okay, so let me solve one or two examples from your exercise, and then you will try yourself. So let us solve two examples from your exercise 5.1. First is question number 21. First question is discuss the continuity of the following function. F of x is sin x plus cos x. Okay. So as we have discussed about continuity in interval, it may be open, it may be closed. And again we have discussed that all the trigonometric inverse there means some standard functions which are continuous in their respective domain. So here first we find the domain. Here solution is now here domain of x is clearly real now. Sin x domain is real, cos x domain is also real. Okay, so here we write let A belongs to R, B any arbitrary real one. Now if we can say that limit of f of x tends to a is equal to f of a, then it will be continuous. Okay. Now limit of f of x tends to a So limit it is sin x plus cos x, and what is this? Sin a plus cos a, and what is f of a? F of a is also sin a plus cos a. Now, so the limit of f of x tends to a is equal to f of a. This implies f of x is continuous at x equal to a, and we have taken a any real number. That means f of x is a continuous function because it is continuous everywhere. So you can solve other two bits. Then question number 22. 22 second bit suppose. It is given f of x equal to cosec x. Clear? Now what is cosec x? Cosec x is 1 by sin reciprocal of sin. So what will be the domain? So here what will be domain? The sin x should not be equal to 0. Domain of sin is real number. So here you can write domain of f is set of all real number minus what you can write x belongs to R such that sin x will be equal to 0. Okay, that is set of all real number minus what you can write x equal to, for which value of x sin x will be 0. It is n pi multiple of pi 0, pi 2 pi. So x equal to n pi. You can write, and here n belongs to z set of integers. So this is the domain. Now I can write that a belongs to domain of f. That means a is any real number except or multiple of y. Okay. Multiple of pi, not only odd or even, it may be both. So a belongs to domain of f, b arbitrary. Arbitrary means any number. Okay, and sin a is not equal to 0. So limit of f of x tends to a, the limit of x tends to a 1 by sin x. So this is 1 by sin a, and will be equal to f of a because it is given sin a is not equal to 0. So this implies f of x is continuous. That means cosec x is continuous in its domain. Okay. Then another number, come to your question number 31. Question number 31 is, so that the function defined by f of x is equal to cos x square is continuous function. F of x is cos x. So here it is what type of function? It is a composite function. Trigonometric and algebraic both are combined. Okay. So here what is domain? Domain of f is again cos theta, real number. Now I can write let g of x. Okay. We take g of x is cos x. And h of x equal to x square. We have splitted this function into two different functions, g and h. Now if you go back to the standard continuous function, then we have mentioned that every trigonometric function is continuous in their respective domain. Every algebraic or polynomial function is also continuous. Okay. Then again at the last, in continuous function continuity of composite function. What we have discussed, if two functions are continuous, then their composition is also continuous. Now here f of x will be what, g of x or f of g? Huh? It is g of h of x, that is g of h of x. So g of h of x is what? X square. Now what is g of x? It is cos x. So it is cos x square, means f of x is g of h of x, composite. Now you can write, since both g and h are continuous in their domain, so f of x, that is g of h of x, is also continuous, because so here only you have to use the theory, not practical. Okay, so in this way you can solve question number 32 also more. Now question number 34. Question number 34 is, find all the points of discontinuity of f defined by f of x equal to mod x minus modulus of x plus 1. Okay. Here it is given f of x equal to mod x minus modulus of x plus 1. Here we will find all the points of discontinuity. Okay. So here also composite. So here we will take let g of x equal to modulus of x and h of x. Okay, h of x is x plus 1. Why I have not put x plus 1 there? Because you have to find the composite. So g of x is mod x and h of x is x plus 1. G and h are continuous functions, but because g is absolute value function, it is continuous, and x, it is a polynomial, so both are continuous, means their composition will also be continuous. Okay. Also g of h of x, that is g of h of x. Now what is h of x? X plus 1. G of x is mod x. So g of x plus 1, it is modulus of x plus 1. Okay. Which is, so g of h of x is also continuous, because it is also an absolute value function. It is continuous on R. Okay. Then g of x equal to mod x is also continuous on R. That mod x minus modulus of x plus 1 is also continuous on R, because if two functions are continuous, then they are different. That algebra of continuous function we have learned. If two functions are continuous, then the sum of two continuous function is continuous, difference of two continuous function is continuous, product of two continuous function is continuous, and quotient. So since these two are continuous, so their difference is also continuous or not. This implies f of x is continuous on R. Okay, that means, so we have to find what? Find the points of discontinuity. So here you can say, so the function f has no point of discontinuity. Okay, so students, this problem you will solve, and again if there will be any doubt, you can ask. Okay.